Hey guys, Anthony here, back with a brand new review of the recently released Sonic Origins. Sonic Origins is a collection of all major 2D Sonic games. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Will this collection be the definitive way to play these games, or will it be another failure for Sega? Well, let's find out.
Come on and let the fuse, he's a rocket and he's ready to go. Cause now the countdown has started and he's ready to blow. He's got the dope sounds bumping and his stereo. Kicking fast, putting on the show. Go on and get yourself together, there's no time to rest.
Before we start, I like to rate my games on a scale of 1 to 10. The meaning of each number is as follows on screen. I will be giving each game in the collection a score and then determining a score for the entire collection. Anyway, let's get a look at what is new in the collection itself before looking at the games. Overall collection. One of the first things I looked at when booting up the game was the museum. It has illustrations, animated movies, and music to view and appreciate Sonic's classic history. There's also a premium collection where you can unlock even more content with a new coin currency, which can be earned by playing the game or by doing new missions. I had purchased the deluxe edition of this game, which gave me 100 extra coins to start off with, and I was able to dive straight into some of the extras. As I mentioned earlier, the mission system is a list of short missions that reward coins the better you do. Each mission has you complete a miscellaneous activity and are usually remixes of courses from the respective games. This is a fun way to bring something fresh to the collection, and the coin system motivates me to check it out and replay for the best score. Another thing this collection offers is the ability to play as Tails and Knuckles in games they were not originally featured in, which can make the games fresh for those who have played them countless times. There is also boss rushes and mirror modes for all the games. The boss rushes are self-explanatory and allow you to take on all the game's bosses back to back, while the mirror mode flips the stage so you can play them backwards. It's a cool idea, I guess, but all it really does is make it so you're holding the left stick instead of the right most of the time. I prefer it that way, as I am a leftist. The title screens are very detailed, and there is an island with HD models with the characters surrounding it for all games, which is very nice to look at. The new animated cutscenes are beautiful, and a great way to connect all the game stories, but I wish there were some more in-between levels, rather than just the beginning and end. There is a lot more to talk about, but we'll talk about it when we talk about specific games. As for all these features, I will give this extra content a 9 out of 10. Sonic the Hedgehog. We start with the game that started it all, Sonic the Hedgehog. Upon booting up the game, I was very excited, as the last time I had played the original game was on an iPod back in the day. I quickly learned that I was very bad at the game, so much so that I was relieved when the lives system was removed from the anniversary mode of the game, so I wouldn't have to suffer the pain of restarting. I decided to keep a death counter after my 5th death, and my total death at the end of the playthrough amounted to 62. I'll let to speak on the level design, as I feel it's very hit or miss. Now, back in the 80s, this was revolutionary. You know who else was a revolutionary? Karl Marx. I suggest you all read him. So I don't blame it for this. However, after Green Hill Zone, the levels get harder and harder to traverse, like Marble Zone, for example. There were so many times I fell, which would add another minute to the level, and that was very aggravating. Or the Labyrinth Zone, where water would rise and there would be traps requiring precise jumps. This game was a lot more difficult than I remember, although I don't want to criticize it for that, and I'm willing to admit when there's a skill issue with me. However, I think in the anniversary modes, the checkpoint system could be far better and more forgiving. I was very happy to see that you can use the new coin system in the game to retry the special stages, as I have always been terrible at the special stages across all the games. Overall, Sonic the Hedgehog is a classic, but I feel the level design does not hold up that well today. There are too many times I'll be running too fast or go on a spring and I have a split second to react to an enemy in front of me, or Sonic is too far slippery when I have to do precise platforming. I give this first game a 6 out of 10. Sonic CD. In this collection, Sonic CD supposedly takes place after Sonic 1 and before Sonic 2, which is news to a lot of people, but it's no big deal. Coming off of Sonic 1, CD is such a breath of fresh air when it comes to level design. The levels are much bigger, making it easier to see what is ahead of you, as enemy placement is far more thought out. Not only are the levels bigger, but the time traveling feature is introduced, where you can travel to the past or present for 2 different versions of the level. This highly brings up replayability. There are still a few crappy zones here and there, but for the most part, the game is much more enjoyable, and I feel I was really able to get into the flow without messing up off. I don't have any major gripes with this game, besides a few clunky level designs and some slow and annoying bosses. I rate this one an 8.5 out of 10. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, if you want my personal opinion, I think Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is far more iconic than the first. Emerald Hill and Chemical Plants, while not as recognizable as Green Hill, are very good introduction levels. Chemical Plant is definitely a far better second zone than Marble Zone was. This game also brings the number of levels in a zone from 3 to 2, which does a great job for the pacing of the game and allowed Sonic Team to create more unique zones. The addition of being able to play as Sonic and Tails at the same time was great, and Tails could be great for getting out of sticky situations. The special stages are much better and easier to grasp than the previous games, which I very much appreciated. This was also the first game to introduce Super Sonic, making it an essential game to the foundation of Sonic's future. I rate this game a 9 out of 10. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Combining Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles games, this version of Sonic 3 is supposed to be the best. It is combined with Sonic and Knuckles and is the first widescreen port of the game ever. However, I'm sure many of you have heard the controversy with this title. In Sonic Origins, a few of the original tracks were removed and redone due to what is now officially confirmed to be because of the involvement popular singer Michael Jackson had with the soundtrack and the licensing fees proving to be too much for Sega. The result is the prototype versions of the songs being remixed. And honestly, they just are not as good at all. Everything else about the game is great, however. The graphics look amazing for 1990s. The environments and the music that has stayed is all wonderful. The level design remains good and not too aggravating. This game would normally be a 9 out of 10, but for this specific collection version, with the music and such, it had to be bumped down to an 8. Now, conclusion. All in all, I had a great time with Sonic Origins. Revisiting these games was great, and I had a fun time. The features go beyond just a few ports and show that they truly wanted to celebrate Sonic's anniversary and justify a $40 price point. Things like the music in Sonic 3 I wish could be handled better, but it's too late now. Perhaps it can be fixed in an update if they decide to go get the licenses back. On a tablet scale, this collection gets an 8 out of 10. As always, guys, here's some Anthony Tablet wisdom. A personal favorite Marx quote of mine. Quote, "Surround yourself with people who make you happy. People who make you laugh. Who help you when you're in need. People who genuinely care. They are the ones worth keeping alive. Everyone else is just passive." I love that quote, as one of the many people that make me happy is the people who put their heart and soul into these games. And although they don't always come out great, you can tell they care about Sonic as a character and are there for us fans in need, and they're trying their best to make amends. Thanks for watching, guys. Tabla out! A little addition here at the end of the video. I want to personally thank all of my fans. 500 fans. 500 subscribers. But to me, you're not just fans or subscribers. We are a growing family here. A growing community for our love of Sonic and Sonic covers. Also, with a little bit of Marxism. I really thank you all for subscribing and being here. One day, we will look back on us when not I, because we're all here. We're all a collective for this YouTube channel. We will all be looking back on this with great times, with fun memories, when this channel, when this community was just growing and was very small. I remember like a couple weeks ago, we weren't even at 100 subscribers. Now, we are 5 times past that.